Well, good afternoon, Raider Nation. My name is Brent Johnson. We are broadcasting live on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. They are doing the team introductions. Lady Raiders were just introduced by the local, and now the Lady Royals of Bleckey County are being introduced. This is the first round of the GHSA State Softball Tournament, featuring your Lady Raiders, the number 4 seed out of Region 2, and we're facing the number 1 seed out of Region 3. And I'll talk a little bit more about that region and their standings and that sort of thing in just a moment. But the Bleckey County Lady Royals finished the season 12-9, 6-2 in region play, and the Lady Raiders 11-10 on the season, 8-8 in region play. The starting lineup for your Lady Raiders is Kamari Strozier playing third base, Katie Johnson at second, Riley Andrews left field, Hope Hobbs at catching. Annabeth Waters is the designated player. Haley Hand is shortstop. Emma White first base. Santana Green center field. Doodle Johnson in right field. And Faith Thomas is our flex player today. And Faith is going to get the start. We're going to honor America. I don't know if you could hear that. Great rendition of the national anthem. I know we were here a few years ago with baseball, and there was a local pastor and his 2 sons. We were in the press box getting ready to broadcast, and they came up and sang that national anthem, and it was basically the harmony without the bass, and it was unbelievable. Live right there beside us as they sang for that second round of the state playoffs that year, as our boys were over here. They did advance. We'd like to see our Lady Raiders advance today to the second round. We'll talk more about that as the game progresses on. I am set up not where the camera's at. I'm all the way down the right field line, almost adjacent to first base. And I'm hidden behind the dugout, joined by Coach Woodall. Appreciate his help this afternoon with the setup. I told him a while ago if I'd brought my other headset, he could have got on here with me, and we'd have had some fun. But I forgot it, and I think he's maybe glad I did. He's over chuckling about it. But, again, thank you for joining us. Those that could not make the trip over, that's why we're here to broadcast. You faithful subscribers and others around the state that might be tuning in as well, just want to watch some good playoff softball as it's being played all across the state. Kamari Strozier is about to lead off here for our Lady Raiders. Starting pitcher for the Lady Royals is Addison Keel, number 20. I do not know much about this team. We're going to kind of learn together. I don't have no excuse. And the first pitch. All high in the zone. I can see the scoreboard. That's a good thing. I can keep up with it. I won't do the balls and strikes on the score bug. We'll try to keep up with the innings and the runs. Another ball low on the ground. This must be the pitcher in which she doesn't have a lot of speed, throws with a lot of spin. I did talk to our catcher, Hope Hobbs, a little bit, and that's what she said. They have two pitchers. One's more speedy, that's a little less accurate, where you have this young lady here that has a little more control, a little more spin on the ball. Counts 2-1 now here, top of the first. 3 o'clock start. Game 2 will follow. This is a best-of-3 series. The if game would be tomorrow. And fouled back out of play. Evens the count at 2-2. Great day for softball. It's got to be low 80s. The temperature's going to drop this afternoon. It's going to be cool for the latter part of game 2. High in the zone, full count. Kamari is a tremendous athlete. Has a lot of power, hits for average as well as fast on this base path, but I don't know, her defense may define her. And she hammers this foul ball down that left side, and she smokes it. Coach was bragging on her in the bullpen over here in the batting cage, I should say. She squaring up to the ball very well in pregame warm-ups. Calling her Miss October, so we'll see. A little breezy. It's kind of swirling where I am. I'm not sure exactly which way it's blowing. And she hammers this one. Base hit up the middle as she works the count. Got about eight pitches there from Keel. Katie Johnson comes to the plate. On deck is Andrews, and in the hole is Hobbs. This ball is going to be fouled out of play. Typically, the strongest team in this region is Dodge County, year in and year out. And then it's Bleckey and everyone else. But Bleckey was able to beat out Dodge. I don't know if Dodge was a little weaker this year, had a little off year, or what the case. This ball is chopped to the second baseman, a chance for 2. Good play by Strozier to eliminate the double play. Johnson reaches on a fielder's choice. Andrews comes to the plate. This young lady is just a sophomore, and shown she's a baller now. She's another athlete. A lot of power. Two-sport athlete. She's a basketball player as well, like Strozier. Ball's literally rolled up there. Sometimes I forget you can't see the screen. I hope the picture, Carson Taylor, senior, is here with me today. I failed to mention him, I think, the last couple times we broadcasted, but I couldn't do this without that young man. Ball low in the zone for strike. The press box is rather tight up there, so we could only get the camera in one man. And you can see kind of right and left there's some obstacles right near our camera that we have to deal with. One being some poles. This ball is hammered to center field. Another solid base hit for the Lady Raiders by sophomore Riley Anderson. Andrews. Boy, her mama's going to kill me if she rewatches this. I'm glad she's here. I don't know how many times did I say Anderson. Oh, Riley Andrews. Base hit, and that brings Hope Hobbs to the plate. Hobbs with some power, followed by Annabeth Waters, and we know she's got some pop. 2 on, 1 out, top of the first. Low in the zone for ball 1. if our girls can run the bases better than the Braves, hey, we might have a chance. Ball was hit to the left side, base hit past the third baseman. Bases are loaded. Base hit by the senior. These games are reality for these seniors. They understand that this could be their last time putting on the Red Raider uniform in these last couple games here. So they're giving it all they got. We're going to get a courtesy runner. Number 26, Cawthorn for the Lady Raiders. Bases loaded. That's 25. Her hair's in the way. Number 25, Bennett Manning, is the designated or courtesy runner. Again, here's Annabeth Waters. Chance for a granny slammy with one out. I couldn't tell if that ball was on the outside corner or inside corner. Somebody's watching at home. It's got my number. Shoot me a text. Make sure everything's looking good, sounding good. Miss Lisa Hughes, you're one of my faithful watchers. This ball is hit to the right side. Trouble getting it out of her glove. A runner's going to score for an RBI by Annabeth. One nothing top of the first. Runners at second and third with two outs. This brings Haley Hand to the plate. One of our several freshmen have given us a lot of playing time this season.
Hey, stay in attack mode.
Ball low. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 early. Play 7 innings. Ball low. It's a 3-0 count. Oh, expand that strike zone on that 3-0 count. I tell you what, that was ball 4 there. But I tell you, you see that at all levels. It's like they again span that strike zone. It seems like when it's a 3-0 count. It's a swing and a miss. It's going to be 3-2 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Haley Hand. Gracie, her sister, graduated last year, pitched for the Lady Raiders.
Give me your hands. Stay in attack mode, kiddo. Go get you one.
And she stays alive, fouling it back. Stays alive again, foul ball. Just a little bit behind. Pretty nice facilities here. Everything's a little tight, if for lack of a better word. It's almost like they just had a certain amount of land to use, and they crammed it all in here. But again, the dugouts and the stands and all are really nice. Another foul ball. Typically, folks, when a batter works a count and works a pitcher like this, it's usually an advantage to the hitter, either a walk or a base hit. A lot of times the pitcher gets frustrated and misses the zone. And there's a ball hit to the second baseman. She's going to fire over, and that's going to end the inning. But the Lady Raiders tack on one, and they just about bat through the lineup. And but nonetheless, we take a 1-0 lead. We're going to take a quick break. Be back in just a moment, and we'll talk about our sponsors. All right, here we go. Bottom of the first inning. Faith Thomas on the mound for the Lady Raiders. Number 12 leads off for the Royals, left fielder. Southpaw. Wow. I don't think I've seen one of these calls in a couple years. Some type of illegal pitch. I don't know if she picked her foot off. There's a couple things that the ladies have to do. I don't think they have to step a certain distance. I think it's a matter of keeping that drag foot down. Maybe there's an issue with where the landing zone is. Umpire's going to discuss it. While he's doing that, let's go around the horn here and remind you where our defense is lined up. Excuse me. Catching, Hope Hawes behind the plate, the field captain. I've already mentioned Faith Thomas on the mound. Kamari Strozier at third base. Haley Hand at shortstop. Katie Johnson at second. And Emma White is at first base. And in left field is Riley Andrews. Center field is Santana Green. And Doodle Johnson is in right field. Again, some more discussion here on the mound. I'm not sure what. Maybe I don't know if it's a problem with the field. It's like it's catching her foot. I don't know what this guy's talking about. I'm not sure if Coach Gay does. It's like he's changing the rules on us, maybe all of a sudden. He's saying she's doing something that I think she's been doing probably all season long, and no other umpire has said anything about it, is what I'm gathering. And I may be completely off. But just looking at the body language and what they're pointing and talking about, well, they're trying to sort this out. This is I tell you what, this is tough if this is what I think it is. I think this guy he's definitely got a problem with the way she's throwing, but the guy home umpire I don't think's got a problem with it. And I think that's basically what he just said. I think Coach Gay is probably telling him, hey, she's been pitching like this all season long, and nobody else has said anything. I don't see her foot coming up. I don't know I don't know enough about those specific rules. Because her foot is not coming up. This is going to be a problem. If nothing else, it's going to be a psychological problem. And Fate's mind. She's conditioned. It's like a golf swing. You condition your body. Yeah, this is. Well, we're about to see what happens here, but very frustrating. I can tell, and I would be as a coach as well. You go and you're in the first round of the playoffs. You played 20-something games this year, and your pitcher's done the same thing over and over. Now you're being told she's pitching the wrong way. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. That was a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of the first. As a nice play by got to get to the ball. Great play by Strozier. Just a little low on the throw. Like to seen a little bit better effort by the first baseman maybe to try to glove that ball, but it kind of handcuffed her. And trust me, the sun is going to be worse as it continues to go down. So a lot of factors there, mainly the speed going down the base path from number 12. Just a great play by that young lady. Next up we see Rickerson, number 3. And here's another small ball. Perfect bunt. Go to first for the out. Great play there by the defense as they rotated around. Again, I don't know much about this team. That's 2 small ball type plays there by the Royals. We've got a runner at second. Put a lot of pressure on the defense. They're going to walk this young lady. They're going to give her a chance to hurt us. And why would you? It's going to bring Glover. Vickers, Alicia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Vickers, that was the center fielder who was just walked. Trinity Glover, number 1, comes to the – I'm off. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, she's plays first base. I apologize. Number 8 plays first base. Comes to the plate. Out at any bag, that's an advantage of putting her on. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the first. Lady Raiders lead 1-0. This ball's popped up. Great play there by the shortstop, making sure she gets the can of corn out there. Rebecca Bowling, the catcher, number 2, comes to the plate. Looks like a hitter. I might be wrong. Keel, the pitcher, on deck. It's a good-looking pitch. Must have been inside. Being set up here at the table to the far right of home plate, it's difficult to see inside and outside. I can see highs and lows. Again, that was a little high. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. That's a good pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike. She can come back here, battle back. Force a pop-up ground ball. Get out of this inning unscathed. It's a good pitch. Popped up. Let's see if the left fielder can get to it, and it's out of play. None of the first 4 batters have been able to put really the barrel of the bat on the ball, which is a good thing. Lady Raiders, however, if you were just joining us in the top of the first inning, 3 balls hit solidly. There we go. That's going to get us out of the inning. Another, just a nubber, hit it right off her hands, or I think it was the hands, to end that inning. And thank goodness Faith was able to regroup after I don't know what was going on, though. I think I know what was going on, and I described it, I believe, as to what was going on. But it's a little surprising when you see something like that this late in the season, and this guy comes in and wants to kind of, I don't know. But I don't know enough about it, so I'm going to hush and we'll move on. It's 1-0 as your Lady Raiders. We go to the top of the second inning. We'll take a real quick break and be back in a moment. All right, we're back live from Cochran, Georgia, Bleckey County, with the number 1 seed out of Region 3 AA, hosting your Lady Raiders. Let's go back to pull out my Lady Raider lineup here, and Emma White is going to be leading off for the Lady Raiders. Annabeth Waters with the lone RBI on the board. That's going to be strike 1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, top of the second. Let me adjust that on my score bug. There we go. Couple shout outs here. I mentioned Miss Lisa Hughes a while ago. She's one of my faithful subscribers when we're traveling. She's back at her office at Julie's Specialties watching. And then her husband, John Hughes, State Farm agent, has got us up watching at his State Farm office. Swing and a miss for out number 1 here. Santana Green, center fielder. To the plate, Doodle Johnson is in the hole. Ball is lifted. Shallow. A little bit of breeze. There we go. A little breeze there, and I think that had a little bit to do with it. She wasn't in very good position. You got to get back there as quickly as possible to get underneath the ball. And then she had to kind of, as you can see on the camera, kind of try to cradle it. That's going to be an error, but irregardless, Santana is on base. And I'll be honest, I didn't know Doodle Johnson was a switch hitter. Coach, that is Doodle up there, right? I thought she was strictly a left-handed batter. I promise this is the first time I've seen her bat from the right side. And she is a contact hitter, as Coach just said. She can spray it. So Santana's going to get a stolen base. It was close, a little closer than I would like to it have been, but nonetheless, 1 out, runner at second. I tell you, I wish this is the last comment I'm going to make about this too. This ball is lifted to right side. Oh, just foul. Just a couple feet. It was trouble. Scored a run. I wish the Braves base path coaches were coaching their players up on the base paths just like our guys are doing. Our coaches are coaching our girls here. We might be playing in the World Series if that had been the case. Freeze on-line drives, make sure it goes through, those types of things. Just fundamental things that guys that are making millions of dollars to play a young man's game. Swing and a miss. It's going to be a strikeout. Make fundamental mistakes. Wow. Okay. Moving on. Back to the top of the lineup. Number 23, Strozier, had a base hit. Her first at bat after she worked about 8 pitches. A lot of power. It could be 3-0 with 1 swing here. And she's going to get underneath this one. Shortstop struggled again, but she makes the catch. That's going to end the inning with a pop out. And we're going to take another quick break in between innings, honor our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a moment on the NFHS Network. And we're back. Bottom of the second inning now. Pitcher 2-0, 20. Adeline Keel to the plate, trying to help herself. Darcy Dillard on deck. And Reagan Wimberly is in the hole. Another ball low. It's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the second. Lady Raiders have a slim lead of 1-0. This is the first round of the GHSA State Softball Tournament. Best of 3 series. And there's a ball. Close play. I couldn't see. I'm assuming hit her in the glove and it popped out, I'm guessing. And then she picked it up and nearly got her. Good hustle by 20 on the error by the shortstop. Dillard to the plate now. Wimberly on deck. It's a good pitch, just a little bit low in the zone. No outs. Runner at first. Ball is hit deep over the head of Riley. They're going to try to fire it in, and she does. What a rifle. Gets it in. Runners are going to be at second and third. But the problem is no outs. So Wimberly comes to the plate. And she is a southpaw. Wimberly is the second baseman.
Hey, outfield, listen up. Know your wins at all times, right? First step should be back. Know where it's heading. The ball gets in the air, it's going to take off.
Coach Gay having a little meeting of the minds at the mound, reminding these young ladies the defensive alignment he wants them in and the decisions to make here.
Not a very big girl at the plate. Not a very big girl at the plate. All right, so you can play a little bit shallow.
Riley, 1 step in this case?
Probably a little bit too much. Take one back.
Come in a step with you, Riley.
Trying to get everybody in place. They've done some scouting on these teams. You can collect a lot of information if you have the resources. Looks like a contact hitter here, possible slap. Typically in the latter part of the lineup is the place that you don't have your major contact hitters, but who knows, they may have them sprinkled throughout. You're talking to the 7 spot, just toasted our left fielder a moment ago. Now the ball low in the zone. It's a good-looking pitch, just a little low, I guess, for the umpire. 3 balls, no strikes. We do have a base available. And there's that called strike 1. Got to be careful. You don't want an extra base hit. We got all our outfielders are in, anticipating some type of a slap. And there's going to be ball 4. Another good pitch just out of the zone. But the pitcher, the batter lays off. Riley Haley. I've always heard that you never mess with a man with two first names. I don't know about gals, but Riley Haley, the right fielder, number 21, to the plate with bases loaded and no outs. There's a strike. Tell you what, if we could get the out here at home, that would be fantastic. Need a pop up. This ball is hit to left field. She's going to make the play. She's going to tag for home, and a run's going to score. That's it. That is what it is. You have to sacrifice a run for an out there. But what it does do is the fact that it was to left field, which was good for us, is it prevented the runner from second tagging to third. So we have runners at first and second with one out. And we had a poor throw to first. Runner scores. It's going to be 2. Two to 1. Yeah, they just, and Coach Gay, that's what he's telling me. They just need to settle down. Had the play. Good bunt, but Strozier was there with a little higher throw. Probably get her out. Not sure if a run scores or not, but you have to, sometimes you have to exchange a run for an out. You got to get out of the inning. And this ball is ripped down the left side, foul. So we have runners at the corner now with one out. Dickerson, I believe. This is number 1 at the plate. Yes, and she grounded out her first at bat. And the number 12 takes second base uncontested for stolen base. Really need a pop-up in the infield here. And there we go. That's what the doctor ordered. It's going to give us 2 outs. And the reason I say an infield pop-up, an infield ground ball, a run could potentially score. Walked this young lady last time, and he does it again. Why? And that's, when you got a base open, don't let their best hitter beat you. I know the mom and dad don't like to see it in the stands. They want their daughter to hit, but that's utmost respect there. Ground ball foul. Bottom of the second. Lady Raiders trail 2-1 now. Trying to stop the bleeding, get out of the inning. This ball is hit hard. Home run. I'm talking a line drive. Wow, what a shot. It's going to clear the bases. That'll be 3 runs. And I apologize. The bases were loaded. They had just walked. I spent all my time talking about her. and the respect they showed her by walking her, and then the next girl up hits the grand slam. So we go from 1-0 to 6-1 in about 6 minutes. 2 outs. Number 2, Rebecca Bowling, is the catcher. She grounded out her last at bat. We need another ground out pop up. Got to get out of this inning and get to work. Still early. I don't know. I think next time Coach might walk a run in just to put her on base. Pretty impressive swing and hit there by that young lady. I don't think the ball got above about 15 feet. I thought it was going to hit the fence or hit the bottom of the fence. There's another base hit to left field by Bowling. It's going to bring Keel to the plate. The pitcher is feeling a lot better about her situation right now. Ball is bounced back to the pitcher, tosses over and stop the bleeding. 6-1. We're going to take another break here as we head to the top of the third. Lady Raiders are going to put their hitting hats on, score a few runs. We ain't got to get them all back at one time. Just play a little scrappy and see what happens. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, Raider Nation. Top of the third inning. Again, a little work to do. 6-1. The Bleckey County Lady Royals, they're the number 1 seed from Region 3A, 3AA for a reason. And we had just walked their best hitter to load the bases. to get to the number 5 spot. Actually, she's hitting in the 4 spot, number 8, and she unloaded with a line drive home run. Ball's out of play. And this is Katie Johnson to the plate, followed by Riley Andrews. Katie had a fielder's choice. The Royals got the force out at second. And she hammers this one to left field. Oh, and a great play by the left fielder. Andrews and then Hobbs on deck. It would be helpful if we could, the other team, anytime you score, that's what you want to do defensively, go back out and shut the other team down. They're trying to put another goose egg on the board for this inning to us, and we want to try to scratch out maybe just one run this inning. Ball low in the zone. Again, you can hear the wind on my microphone. A little breezy. I believe it's blowing out toward that left field. Oh, boy. That ball was way low in the zone. Very inconsistent. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wow. We just want a fair shake. That's tough, especially when it's thrown to one of your hitters. And then you're forced to widen your nice base hit. Riley come back. That ball was a little high in the zone, and she just drilled it that left side for another base hit. Hope Hobbs to the plate, had a single her first at bat. And Beth Waters had a ground out, but the lone RBI. Hope, one of our more emotional players, catcher, leader. Ball low in the zone. Top of the third, 6-1. 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike on Hobbs. Again, a base hit her first at bat. Good eye there. Ball high in the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. She got a quick bat. Another foul. They fouled it off her foot. Pitch almost fooled her. She was able to get a piece of it, stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. This ball is hammered to left center. It's getting down for a base hit. 2 for 2 for the senior catcher. Annabeth Waters with a chance to put the Raiders right back in this ball game. Got another courtesy runner. That's Bennett Manning. Got it right this time. I promise her hair got in the way a while ago, and I thought it was a 6 instead of a 5. Annabeth Waters with a ground out, but she did get the RBI, driving the run in. Ball inside. Yeah, wind's definitely blowing out to left field. She hits this off her fists. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little flare out to the third baseman. It's going to bring Haley Hand to the plate. She grounded out her first at bat. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Freshman with a chance. And there's a hit right up the middle, a base hit, and we're going to get a run in. RBI single for Hand. And there's the 1 run that I just felt like we needed this inning. Emma White struck out her first at bat. Another freshman with a chance to, could be trouble. It's tough to see there. But it's going to be the 3rd out as we move to the bottom of the 3rd. Score is 6-2. But again, I'm thankful for the 1 run, and we just keep scratching them out. We got several more innings to go. So we'll see how things go. We're going to take a quick break and be back in just a moment. Bottom of the third, 6-2, Lady Royals. No balls, one strike on number 3, Dillard, the shortstop. One ball, one strike. Swing and a miss. Strike. One ball, two strikes. Wimberly on deck. Dillard had a double, so we want to be careful here. Great pitch. She pulls the string on it for her first strikeout of the game. Good pitch. Maybe got that one back from that one Riley took earlier. Another one's trying to stay low in the zone to Wimberly, who walked her first at bat. Riley Haley flew out her first at bat. She's on deck. Then we're back to the top of the lineup. One ball, two strikes, one out. And I apologize for those at home. I'm pitiful keeping up with the score bug on the innings. The sun is creeping down below our tent. I'm going to have to back up or something. Two balls, two strikes. Pops this one up. Shallow left field, and Riley squeezes it for the second out of the inning. Ball is hit foul out of play. In between this inning, I'm going to get up and walk around and see what kind of crowd Bacon County has. I got a feeling we got a pretty good group. the stands aren't full on the home side. I know they got a few. There's a routine ground ball out at first. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders. That's huge. As we score the 1 run in the top of the third, let's go to the top of the fourth and see if we can't scratch out a couple more and get back in this game. We're going to take another quick break and be back in just a moment. Top of the fourth. We're playing to 7 unless we need extra. Santana leads off for the Lady Raiders. Takes ball 1. Santana reached on an error, but we'll take anything we can get at this point. Drops a bunt down. Could be trouble. Great play by the defense. We'll bring Doodle Johnson to the plate. Doodle struck out her first at bat. I know she'd like to turn that around. We were saying earlier, she's a contact hitter. She can drag it, or she can pull back and hit it in the gap for a double. She's had several opposite field hits during the games that we broadcasted through the season. Maybe I was just had a brain fart earlier when I'd never seen her. I said I've never seen her from the right side, because now that it comes back to mind, as I think she's hit several balls to right field. I don't know what I was thinking, Coach. Two balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the fourth. Blue skies in Cochran, Georgia today. Ball is hammered to left field. I told you she could pull back and get a base hit. Ripped it up the middle. Another senior with a base hit. And guess what? We're back to the top of the lineup with 1 out. Strozier, she is 1 for 2. Popped up her last at bat. I'm waiting for her to drive 1-2 here. I'm telling you, she can break this score down real quick with 1 swing as well. Ball low. Doodle has a lot of speed. Another ball low. That was close. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Probably not. It's a tough angle where the camera is, a dugout, and there's some trees in the way, which is crazy, but close play as Doodle wandered off a little too far. Strozier with a 2-0 count. She's gonna foul that one back out of play. Two balls, one strike. Again, really like to see her square one up here. Just drive something, make their defense work. No pop-ups. Another one pitched high in the zone, and she fights it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 4th. And the score is 6-2. I can't even keep up with the score, much less the innings. Ball low, gets past the catcher. Have a stand-up stolen base. Pass ball probably is how that would be officially scored, but either way, we have a runner at second in scoring position. Base hit gets her in, most likely with Doodle speed. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Ball low in the zone. And she works that count. So we have a runner at first and second now. Katie Johnson. Fielder's choice and a fly out her last at bat. Tell you what, it's been a long 4 innings, hour and 15 minutes. I thought it was later than that, actually. Katie Johnson got some pop in her bat, too. And it hits her. Base is loaded for Riley. Yes, as Coach just said, we'll take it. I said, earlier I said, errors, whatever, we'll take it. We want base runners because we need some runs scored. And now we got Riley coming up with 2 base hits. Got a visit to the mound just to settle the pitcher, talk to her a little bit. I promise you she's not telling her she's ready to come out. And she feels good and she feels fine. That's just a pitcher. Bases loaded, 1 out, top of the 4th. A double play is a rarity in softball. One reason is because of the shortness of the base paths. So, barring something crazy, we ought to be able to. Statistics show that we will score another run here, but crazier things have happened. You got to be leery of the line drive. The base runners have to be smart and try to avoid a pop-up. That's a good eye right there. Wow, that's That's tough to lay off of. It must have been way inside because it was good-looking pitch top to bottom. 2 balls, no strikes. More pressure on the pitcher to just try to throw a strike and put it in Riley's wheelhouse. Ball low again. 3 balls, no strikes. Now, I don't know if I'm swinging at the next 2, to be honest with you. I'm thinking I'm letting 2 go by. I don't think she'll throw 2 strikes in a row. And she's going to give us a run. Although I'd hate to take the bat out of Riley's hand, but, again, we got 3 more innings. 3 more at bats. So I'd take a run any way we can get it. And she was swinging. Green light on a 3-0. Wow. I appreciate the aggressiveness by Coach Gay. He's got a lot of confidence in a hitter that just went as 2 for 2. Why not? 3 balls, 1 strike. What's she got here? That's going to scare the pitcher a little bit too, I promise you. And it's hit in play. Base hit through the left side. What a great at bat. Get down. She's going to be out at third, but we got 2 runs home, I believe. Is that correct, Coach? So 2 runs in on the base hit by Riley. The second out was made at third, and that's okay. It's aggressive play. 6-4. We have a runner at second in scoring position. That is 3 singles and 2 RBIs for Andrews. Hope Hobbs has 2 base hits. To her credit already, and the score is 6-4. Scratching away. This ball is lifted to shallow. Could be trouble. Oh, and she makes the play. I tell you, poor communication, but they were able to make the play. The Lady Raiders scratch out again, a couple more runs, and that's all we're asking for, just a couple here, a couple there. We've just got to keep them from scoring any more. And we'll see where we're at after 7 innings. We're going to take another quick break and be back in just a moment. And we're joining. What a great defensive play, as you saw it on camera before I could call it. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning, as again, your Lady Raiders have scratched out 3 more runs to make the score 6-4 with 3 more at bats. We just got to play good, solid defense. Definitely avoid the crooked numbers. You know, we can afford to maybe give up another run, maybe 2, to keep this game in reach, and that's between the next couple innings. But we really need to hold them because we have shown that throughout the lineup we can put the bat on the ball, not just the top 4 or 5. Ball is hit hard to center field. Base hit to Santana. Gets it in quickly. So it was a ground out by number 12 as we were back to the top of the lineup. Now we're back to Alicia Vickers, the center fielder. She has walked twice. And here's a pop-up. And it's caught. Coach, you reckon they took my advice a while ago and pitched to her? And I wonder what going to do with number 8 here. Well, not my advice. It was. I don't think them guys can get this relay. I won't say too much. Number 8 hit a bomb her last at bat. It really wasn't a bomb. It was a line drive. She smoked it, folks. I mean, you got to give credit to these athletes when they – don't care whose team they're on, when they make a big play. Bases were loaded, and I don't think that ball got more than about 15 feet off the ground. And they took the lead quickly. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here. Two outs. Runner at first. Trinity Glover. Three balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. What a big cut. Nice play there by Hobbs, getting it back to first. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hits it deep to center field. Could be trouble. And it is. Coach, I don't think they took my advice. It's another home run. 2 runs this time. I'm going to get on the coach when he comes back out of the dugout. Well, I said earlier we might could give up maybe 2 more runs. I just didn't think we needed to do it maybe this inning. Maybe we could sprinkle it. But 8-4, bottom of the 4th inning. Another big bomb by number 8. There's a pop-up. Should end it, and it does. She squeezes it for that third out. Nonetheless, they tack on 2 more, 8-4. We head to the top of the 5th. Be back in a moment. Top of the 5th. Lady Raiders come to bat. Got to muster up some grit here as we allowed 8 to tack on 2 more. 8-4. High in the zone for strike. And this is Hope Hobbs. Oh, I'm sorry, Annabeth Waters. And she stretches this one to the right side. Great play there by the right fielder looking into the sunshine. Brings Haley Hand to the plate. She's 1 for 2 with an RBI. High throw. Tell you what, I don't know if she wouldn't have beat that out anyway as an infield hit. I'm going to give her benefit of the doubt. Since I'm scoring. Base runner with 1 out. Brings Emma White to the plate, and she is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Okay, we got a had a pinch hitter for Emma White. It was Emma Kate Taylor. All right. gonna have to I'm gonna go way back. I've been messing up for a couple innings here. I was just going by what the scorecard says here. It was Emma K. Taylor has been batting in that 7 spot. I've been calling her Emma White. And now we're back to the 8 hole, and that is Santana Green, and she is 0 for 2. Three balls, 1 strike quickly here on Santana. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Runner at first. Good eye, high in the zone. It's going to be ball 4. So we have 2 runners on now for Doodle Johnson, who had a base hit her last at bat, right up the middle. Ball is hammered up the middle again for a base hit by the senior. Coach holds her up. That was a good call at third. She'd probably been dead to rights. Base is loaded, and guess who's up? Back to the top of the lineup. Senior Strozier, who walked her last at bat. Ooh, she is itching to tie this thing up with 1 swing. Oh for 2. Excuse me, 1 for 2. Base hit, pop out, and a walk. And she hammers this down the left field line. It's going to be trouble all the way to the wall. 2 runs in. Doodle's humming around. 3 runs in. A 3-run stand-up double by the senior. It is 8-7. I'm thinking it should be 7-6, but anyway, this is where we stand, 8-7. These Lady Raiders are scrappy. These seniors have taken over this game. A big double right down the line and 3 base-clearing RBIs for Strozier. Eight to 7, top of the 5th. Katie Johnson at the plate. Katie's due. She is 0 for 2 with a walk. Andrews on deck with 3 base hits, 2 RBIs. High in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball is hit deep to left center. Over the fence, a home run by Katie Johnson. The Lady Raiders take the lead that time, 9-8. Holy smokes. That was a moonshot. A moonshot by the junior. Man, what an inning. 5 RBIs, 5 runs scored. Excuse me. Yeah, 5 runs. It was 8-4. Ball's hit sharply to the third baseman. Riley hits it hard right to the third baseman. Guess what? Your Lady Raiders lead 9-8 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to take a break. Be back in a moment. Listen to me. If we're shell-shocked over here under this tent, I promise you they shell-shocked over there in that dugout on the opposite side. We have scored 5 runs in the top of the 5th to take the lead. This ball's popped up to right field. Doodle settles underneath it, makes a great defensive play there. Sun is horrible this time of the day, the angle of this field in right field, anything on the right side. It's going to get even worse for us. It's going to be in my eyes in about another 20 or 30 minutes. And, again, exciting times here. We just got to keep this thing rolling. We need a 3 up, 3 down right here. Faith Thomas, all but just a couple pitches. One ball, no strikes, 1 out here, bottom of the 5th. Ball's grounded foul again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 9-8. And the first game is always the most important in a best of anything, but specifically a best of 3. Best of 5, it's not quite the pressure. You know you're not going to be eliminated the next game, but you get down 1, and you get a little bit more pressure. especially for the home team, #1 seed, high expectations. But I told some folks over the weekend when I found out we were headed to the playoffs, some folks at church and others that asked, that even today at school before I left, hey, what's our chances of winning and how we look and this, that, and the other. I said, well, I tell you what, we're not the typical 4 seed. And usually that's the case coming out of Region 2 AA softball. You've got a 1 seed and a bunch of 2 seeds, really and truly, from 2, 3, and 4, typically. The past decade, we produced some of the best softball teams in the state in AA, as far as being competitive and going to Columbus and those types of things in the Elite 8. So we're not a typical 4 seed. Our 11-10 record is very deceiving. #1 is our region is so tough. Ooh, almost got the strikeout. 3 balls, 2 strikes still. Another foul ball. Darcy Dillard struck out her last at bat, but she had a double the time before. And I believe before she got the double, I said something about, well, she looks like a hitter. And she squares this one up. Snagged. On the left side of the field. I told you that Strozier, you saw her stroke that ball a while ago, but her defensive prowessness, if that's even a word, it may be the thing that defines her. She has a cannon as well. 2 outs. And this is Reagan Wimberly. She walked her first at bat, and somehow or another I missed what she did her second at bat. And there's a slap. Oh, Strozier makes another play, fires over to Emma Kate Taylor. Got the right name at first. Apologize to her mom and dad and everybody else. No disrespect. I was just reading what was on the lineup card. Sun was in my eyes and all that good stuff. Yeah, 3 up, 3 down. That's what the doctor ordered. After you take a lead, 9-8. We're headed to the top of the 6th. Be back in just a moment. Hope's going to lead off the inning. That fiery catcher that we have for the Lady Raiders. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Royals this past inning, which was exactly what the Raiders needed after taking the lead with a big 5-run inning. She pops one up. Does it stay in play? And it does for that first out. Annabeth Waters comes up. Annabeth hit one deep to right field her last at bat, but it was caught, stayed in play. Still a breeze. It's blowing outward. I'm not sure. I can't see the flag. It's above our tent, but it's coming at my back, so I'm believing that it's still blowing to the left field, left center. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 6th. And folks at home, I'm used to somebody else keeping up with this scoreboard or score bug. So listen to me, what I'm saying, not what you see on the screen. I've just recently updated it. It is 9-8. Yep, got it right now. Bacon County. Again, Annabeth Waters, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That change up, she waits on it. Nice dig by the first baseman for the out. It's going to bring Haley Hand to the plate, and guess what? This freshman is 2 for 3. I give her an infield hit. Her last at bat. Hand takes strike 1. Again, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. 6 more outs, and the Raiders will take game 1. That sounds simple. Big cut by the freshman. Only been 3 strikeouts for the Raiders. Ball's popped up in play to the second baseman. Squeezes it for that 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Raiders. But we head to the bottom of the 6th. And we'll be back in just a moment. Another quick break on the NFHS Network, powered by Play on Sports, brought to you by BCTV Red Raider Broadcasting. pop up out of play. Anytime you can get an out outside the lines, I've said this multiple times, that's just bonus right there. Not quite able to make the play. Good effort by the left fielder and Strozier trying to get there. It's going to be strike one in the bottom of the sixth. Again, 6 outs away from winning game one against the number 1 seed in Region 3. This ball's popped up again. Santana squeezes it. What a great play there by her. Again, I'm telling you, folks, this sunshine is horrible. So that's the first out here. Number 12 back to the top of the lineup. And she is 1 for 3. Bunted on base her first at bat and then reached on an error. And then she grounded out her last at bat. On deck is, this is Jordan Craig. That's a good-looking pitch there. Must have been too far in or out because the height was good. Rickerson on deck. 1 for 3. This ball was slapped up the middle for a base hit. Infield was in, and anytime you're in, your reaction time is literally cut in half like that. Unable to put a glove on it. One out, one on. Rickerson comes. She's 1 for 3. Alicia Vickers, center fielder, is on deck. She is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. If we can somehow make it through, me and Coach Woodall were talking, make it through the top part of this lineup, maybe we'll have a chance to hang on. There goes the runner. A lot of speed there, number 12. Really didn't have a chance due to the pitch. The pitch was a little low. Made it tough for the catcher to get up and make a real good effort. Runner at second now with 1 out. Again, Clara Rickerson. Hammers this to the left side. Firing home. Tag is late. Game is tied. Big base hit for Rickerson. 9-9. What a ball game. Wouldn't expect anything less in the GHSA first round of the state playoffs. Here's 23. You got a base open. Then you got 8 behind her who's had 2 home runs. We were told early that this was the big hitter. We walked her a couple times. Finally pitched to her. She popped up. We've pitched to number 8 twice, and she's hit 2 dingers. She's got 6 RBI of the 9. So we're trying to hang on. Runner at second, 1 out. This ball's hit high, but foul, thankfully. Got to keep the ball low on this young lady. Oh, what a catch by Doodle, a running catch. I hope you saw that on the camera. Yeah, she never tagged up. Double play. What a great play. Play of the game. Play of the game by Doodle Johnson Sr. She's already got a couple hits, and she makes a running catch, all but dives. I'm telling you, folks, that may be the game saving. We still may give up a run or two late, but that may be the game saving play right there. What a defensive play. We're going to take a break. Be back in a moment. All right, here we go. Top of the 7th. Lady Raiders with a chance here. Tack on a couple more runs. Coach, what's the number on this player? Is that Hollingsworth? That is 27. Anna Kate Hollingsworth, I believe, is hitting for Emma Kate. If I've got my right, I'm right on my. Yep. Hollingsworth is another freshman, plays center field at times. She's coming in, have a chance, and she fights off a pitch there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, top of the 7th. It's a big spot for a freshman in the first round of the state playoffs. I tell you, she's got a lot of innings this season. There's 2 freshmen on this team. I went to school, graduated with both their dads, Sean Hollingsworth and David Hand. Doesn't make me feel old, though. Infield in, or the corners at least. And she shoots this one to the pitcher and throws to first. Made it close. Good athlete there in Hollingsworth. It's going to bring up Santana with 1 out, top of the 7th. Man, we need to scratch out that 1 run somehow. If we can get back to the top of the lineup, I tell you, we may not have to. Santana can somehow get on. Doodle Johnson's 2 for 3. Just made a fantastic defensive play. I think the play of the game. Outside of any of those hits. Strike right down the pipage. Wow, another one real low in the zone. It's one that at this point in the game you really don't want it called on you. That was really low. It's a tough call for Santana. 0-2 count now. High in the zone. A couple more pitches to play with here. Santana can't hurt you. Another good athlete. High in the zone again. Good eye. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 9-9. Boy, what a lot of offense. Low in the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Back to that hitter's count. And here's the pitch, 3-2. And she flares it up the middle toward the shortstop, fires it over. It is close. Oh! Thought tie goes to the runner. What a close play. Could have bang bang. Could have went either way. Two outs. Doodle. 2 for 3. Defensive play of the game. Can she do it again? Can she get on base? Get back to Strozier. Ball inside. Can she get on base somehow? Get on base and get a steal. Get in scoring position. I've called some home runs. I don't know if I've called many base hits and stolen bases before, but I'd like to see it. One and one as the count is squared. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Looking for 1 run. High in the zone. I tell you what, this is one of those games that's going to be tough for either team that loses because of the emotion of this game. I've seen it too many times. So whoever loses and or wins will definitely have an advantage or disadvantage just mentally because of the way the game has gone. And there's a bunt. Could be trouble, and it is. Well, called the base hit. I kind of called her base runner there. Let's see if I don't know if she steals or what, or Strozier just smokes one here. But we're back to the top of the lineup. Strozier is 2 for 3 with a walk, 3 RBIs. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Senior. Kamari Strozier. Low in the zone. Wow. Again, if I was that pitcher, I'd throw there every time. You can't risk, I said a stolen base, you can't risk getting thrown out. You got to see what Strozier does. And that's going to end the inning. Good effort by the Lady Raiders. We just got to play some defense. 9-9. We hit the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a break and be back in a moment. Well, we're getting our money's worth here and at home. 9-9, bottom of the 7th. We are playing. The Raiders are playing for some free softball. We're trying to get to the top, back to the top of the 8th inning. And the Lady Royals are trying to end it right here with a young lady who has done most of the damage. 2 home runs, 6 RBI, quickly 2 strikes. New pitcher on the mound, and I'll be honest, this is the first time I have seen Hope on the mound. She's our catcher. And there's a ground ball. Oh, what a play by Strozier. Fires over, gets the out. Woodall called it. He said, I think we need to pitch to her. We got another pitcher in. She hadn't seen her. I'm thinking, walk her, put her on base. Don't let this girl beat us. Ground out to Strozier. What do I know? Good call, Coach. 1 out. Now, we're to, that was Trinity Glover. This is Rebecca Bowling, and she's had a couple hits as well. This is their catcher. So we got catcher pitching to catcher. You don't see that too often. She hits this one left field. Riley goes back and makes the great defensive play near the track for out number 2. This is Addison Keel. Yep, 20, the pitcher. Going the distance. She is 0 for 3. I have her in the scorebook. 0 for 3. We have 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike. I pitched to this girl. Do not put her on. Let our defense do the great work it's done. One more out, and we get to the top of the 8th. That's what we're trying to do. Height was good, or at least he's called 3 or 4 strikes against us at that height. I'm not sure if it was inside or out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike. You got Darcy Dillard coming up. She's the one I said earlier. Looks like a hitter. She did get that double to start off. Then she struck out. And then she lined out. And there's a base hit to left field. That's a good-looking swing by a young lady that hasn't done much all night other than pitch from the mound. This brings Darcy Dillard, shortstop, with a double. Followed by Wimberly. And for some reason, I don't have the last 2 at-bats for Wimberly. I've whiffed on that. She walked her first at-bat. Good coaching here, if you could hear it. Coach Gay telling the girls the only run that matters is the one standing on first. That's the one they're trying to track down if the ball's hit in the outfield or anywhere. They want to get that out, especially in the outfield specifically. Infield, naturally you go 1, typically, unless you field it in the middle and can able to step on the bag. Two outs, runners going on contact, so that helps the offense. Gives them a few extra steps. Darcy Dillard has a double, strikeout, and a line out. And a pop-up. And a play. I thought it was going to stay fair for a moment. No balls, one strike. 9-9, bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, 1 on. Hope Hobbs coming from behind the plate to the mound. I guess that ball was outside. Must have been another ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. It's killing me. Ball low. Hammered down the left field side. It's going to be 3-2 count with 2 outs. Again, runner is moving. One thing about softball, they cannot leave, or they're not supposed to leave the bag until the ball crosses the plate. Not necessarily in the mitt. It has to go in the catcher's mitt, but it has to be approximately over the plate. Unlike baseball, again, we got these short base paths. Wow. Low and outside, I'm assuming. Oh. It's going to be another walk for Wimberley. We're down to the number 9 spot. This is Riley Haley, the 2 first name person, right fielder. She has a pop-up, 2 pop-outs. Again, I'm a slacker. I did not put what she did her last at bat for some reason, but I know she's popped out twice. More good coaching by Coach Gay, reminding the girls where they need to do, depending on where they're at. 9-9, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. 9 spot. Looking for a pop-up, something easy. Girls are just talking it over at the mound, telling a good joke, lightening things up. Strike, first pitch. Boy, that's awesome. Getting that first pitch in there. And there's a bunt out of play. Whew. I don't know if she tried to slap it, not so much a bunt. That would have been trouble if it had stayed fair. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No mistake here. How about a big strikeout? That's interference. She got her anyway, but that still should have been interference, don't you think, Coach? What was he? Was he going to let it play out and see and then call it or what? But anyway, it don't matter. It's 3 outs. We're going to the top of the 8th. Free softball. It's nothing better than that, right? Unless we get a win. We're going to be back in just a moment. Top of the 8th. Katie Johnson homered her last at bat. Gave us the lead 2 innings ago. Pops this one up. Could be trouble. Out of play. She is 1 for 3 with that home run and 2 RBIs. I'd like to add another RBI. Boy, that sun is bearing down on me and Coach Woodall. I'm sitting up real tall, so it's not in my eyes, but I'm actually more concerned my equipment will overheat. And now there's a honeybee in my face. Katie Johnson, junior. Oh, takes a changeup. That's a good pitch. Just pulled the string on it. No balls, 2 strikes, top of the 8th, 9-9. First game of 3. First round GHSA state playoffs. And she hammers this one. Oh, she bobbles it. Oh, safe! We can't get a call. Can't get a call. That was, boy, what a play. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he should have come over and talked to him after the first one. I mean, he's already tried to basically sabotage our starting pitcher after the very first pitch of the game. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what the guy was trying to prove or do. If you just joined us recently, after the first pitch, he come over and called it a legal pitch, and he's trying to describe that what she's been doing all seasons long has been wrong. Home plate umpire, I think he was just kind of like, whatever, dude. You know, we need to play this game. And now it's 2 really, really close calls at first that have not gone our way. So it's 1 out. And guess who's up? Riley Andrews. Riley is 3 for 4. Can she tack on? 3 base hits, 2 RBIs. And she had a line out her last at bat. She hit it solid. She hammers this one. Is it enough? Is it enough? Oh, the left fielder catches it at the wall. Just missed it. I'm talking 1/8 of an inch on the barrel of the bat. 2 outs. Hope Hobbs, hey, can she help herself? She came from behind the plate to the mound. She could get the win by hitting a home run right here. But we just want a base runner. We just want no outs, okay? A single, double, triple, walk, home run. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 8th. One ball, 2 strikes. She chops it foul, stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trouble. Base hit. That's what Coach said it a while ago. Hope came out and was saying prior to this year she hadn't pitched in 4 years. was kind of nerve-wracking going out there in the bottom of the seventh, having to take care of business. And Coach said, you know, good players make good plays. And that's what she just did. She fought, got down 0-2. Going to get a courtesy runner, I would think. Annabeth, if there's anybody on this lineup that's due, it's her. Bennett Manning is going to get the run here, chance to run. Hopefully she gets to trot. How about that, Coach? Maybe she gets to trot around these bases because Annabeth is due. Stolen base. Scoring position. So base hit, scores Manning. Running on contact, that gives us an advantage. I want Annabeth to either drive it out of the ballpark or hit something low. She is 0 for 4. Ground out, pop out, fly out, ground out. How about a no-doubter? Smokes this one up the middle. Base hit. She's going to score. Without a doubt, she's going to score. I don't know why she didn't slide, but she's still safe. Raiders take the lead 10-9 in the top of the 8th. That's what hitters do. Drives the ball up the middle, and I'm talking about Annabeth Waters, a senior with a huge RBI. It brings Haley Hand. I think Haley's going to bat. Hard to see numbers now. Yep, that's Haley. We have, let's see who we got running the bases here. That's going to be Jasmine Wasden. Number 15 comes in, gets a chance. 2 outs, running on contact. Haley is 2 for 4. And she lifts this one just over the third baseman. It's a hit. Wasden holds up. Runners at first and second. Freshman Haley Hand is 3 for 5. Looks like Hollinsworth is going to get another at bat. You're talking 2 freshmen back to back here. Whew, wow. 10-9. Number 1 seed, Region 3 AA. Number 4 seed, Bacon County coming over here. I told Coach we're going to make this trip. Might as well win. Whew. All right, here we go. Top of the 8th, 10-9. Your Lady Raiders lead. Runners at first and second. Hollinsworth at the plate is going to foul that one back. Her first at bat, she grounded out. And she took over for, at least in the batting position, took over for Emma Kate. Good eye. Ball high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Hollinsworth. It's going to take the count 1-2. Sun is horrible. Ball. And the catcher's going to make the play, going to end the inning. But nonetheless, we take the lead. Let's see if Hobbs can come in and finish this thing out for the Lady Raiders. We're going to take a break and be back in just a moment. All right, here we go, folks. Bottom of the 8th. Lady Raiders lead 10-9. We're at the bottom third of the lineup for the Lady Royals. Well, I'm sorry, we're not the bottom third. This is the number 9 hitter. Whoa, what a play outside the line by Strozier for the first out. Now we're back to the top of the lineup where we'll see number 12, and she is 2 for 4, and she reached on an error. – 10-9 Bacon County, 1 out. One strike. No balls, 1 out. Game 2, regardless of the result of this one, will start approximately 20 to 30 minutes after this game. Got an error at the shortstop. That's tough. Could have been the second out, but man, I like that. I like that from Coach Gay. He come right out of the dugout. He said, "That's a top spinning in between hop. Can't do nothing about it. Let's play ball." Perfect. 1 out. Claire Rickerson. She is 2 for 4 is what I've got her for. And she had the game-tying RBI in the 7th. Wow. That's a dangerous throw, but you risk that ball going to center, and then she's off to third. I know she got way off. I tell you, is that Emma Kate catching, Coach? Katie Johnson is catching. I'm sorry, I didn't even introduce her. I've just been talking about Hope Hobbs coming to the mound, but Katie Johnson is behind the plate. Big cut. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second. Runner at second doesn't beat us. Pulled a string on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, runner at second doesn't beat us, but it definitely extends the game. Ball gets away from the catcher. Oh, boy. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third. We've seen a little bit of everything this evening. There's a base hit. It's going to score. Oh, great play by Santana. Keeping the runner at first. Ties the game up. The ball was hit pretty hard. 10-10. Back to the big hitters of the lineup after Rickerson gets the base hit and RBI. Alicia Vickers. Several walks, a pop out. Two of the biggest hitters in the lineup, and we're going to have to face both of them unless we get a double play. And there's a pop-up. And that's a great play by the shortstop. Squeezes it. And here comes number 8. Coach, you pitch to her or you put her on this time? He says pitch. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. I don't know. Let me see what the next girl has done to us. She's about 1 for 4. Ooh, Rebecca Bowling. That's why the coaches get paid the big bucks. These decisions, pitch to, don't pitch to. Good pitch on that outside corner. Woo. 2 outs. 10-10. Now we're just trying to hold on to get to the top of the 9th. It's 2 outs. Man, how big a hit was that for number 1 on first right now? Whew, tie this game up. See if Hope Hobbs can do it one more time. Ball high in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. 10-10. Another big cut. That ball was fouled. Whew, big cut. Swing and a miss. Struck her out, but the ball got past the catcher, and she beat it out at first. Oh, boy. This is going to be a 4-out inning, Coach. A 4-out inning. I hope it don't come back to bite us. We are going to face number 2. Well, we think, yep. Number 2 is their number 1 pitcher, we've been told. Well, or she is their other pitcher. She is the left fielder.
You got to come in and punch to throw her out of home. You're good. You come in. Look, just communicate. Go back and get it. You got to go get the ball. Know where you're going with the ball.
10-10. Bottom of the 8th. First and second. We actually got the 3rd out. It's just unfortunate. It was got past the catcher, and she scrambled down to first. This ball is hit way left. Running bases a while ago. No balls, 1 strike. Good frame by the catcher. Just didn't get the call. Working on a 3-hour game. Going to be a late night. Another foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. She is right on her. I don't know what do you throw. You got to throw something higher in the zone, I think. She's gone down and got those lower pitches and fouled them off. She's like, ahead of the pitch. Maybe the changeup here. Another foul ball just to get hit there. She's just hitting them deeper and deeper. All right, here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Timeout by the batter. Pitching all around it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gut-wrenching. Base hit likely wins it. We got a lot of speed at second. This ball is hit foul again. Foul ball back. She had her a little off speed there. Took a little something off of it, it looked like. She was a little late on the swing. It's got to be the 8th or 9th pitch. Ring her up. Are you kidding me? Oh, boy, we just can't get a call. Great location. Looked like a great frame by the catcher. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. Pops up. What a play by Hobbs, getting out of the jam. Just tremendous play by the pitcher. Wow, just a tremendous play. What a way to pitch. You're talking 10 or 12 pitches that 12 took. Take number 2. What a player herself. We'll likely see her in game 2, win or lose. We're going to take a quick break. Be back in a moment. What are we? This is top of the 10th, ain't it? Top of the 9th? Golly, I keep thinking we've baseball. 10-10. Santana to the plate. It's our fine hour roster. Santana's due. 0 for 3 with a walk. Ball low, 2 balls, no strikes. A lot of pressure on this young lady on the mound, too. Tell you what, Hope Hobbs has come in and done a fantastic job from behind the plate to the mound. Ball high, 3 balls, no strikes. I tell you what, a base runner with no outs would be nice. Timeout by Coach Gay. Want to really take this time to thank audibly our sponsors for the 2020-21 athletic school year. Code Electric and Plumbing Supply, Family Vision Care, Mike Wheeler and Wheeler Agency, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales. By the way, Andy loaned us a vehicle like he normally does to drive over here, bring our equipment. Shout out to Andy. Hope he's still watching. He said he was going to. He may have gone home by now, but. And then Burt CPA. 3 balls, 1 strike to Santana. Santana swings, lifts one high, could be trouble. Center fielder squeezes it for that first out. Top of the ninth, 10-10. It's going to bring Doodle Johnson. My conscience wouldn't let me give her a hit on the last time. She reached on an error. But she's basically 3 for 4 getting on base. How about that? 2 for 4. 2 base hits. The play of the game, the defensive catch she made in right center, I believe, is the play of the game, especially if we win. Right up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. Finally get a call at first base. Another single. Speedy runner at first. 10-10. 1 out. Guess what? Strozier's back up. Big base clearing double a couple innings ago. First pitch swinging. Everybody scored. Very little coverage on second base. Pitch is low. She can go. Whew. Do not want to get. I hope you think they'll wet this field down, Coach, in between the games? Because it is. If y'all can't, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, folks, but it is dusty. I mean dusty. I mean, when the girls are walking around, it's dusting all around their feet. Ball low. I'd be shocked if they give Strozier any meat. It'll be a mistake if they throw it right over the plate. I believe it. Got 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. But then again, you got to be careful because these girls behind her have made plays. They've got it done. And so you got to pick your poison again. Looks like we're getting another pitcher. Looks like, is that 21 coming from right field? 21 new pitcher. Let's see if I've got, I think she is, Riley Haley. I mentioned earlier, if you caught that, I've always been told that you never mess with a man with 2 first names. When his first name and his last name could be a first name. Well, this young lady has 2 first names. So I've never heard it about women, but it probably means the same thing. Never mess with somebody with 2 first names. Whew, top of the ninth. 10-10. 3 hours in. Been a windy afternoon. My lips are chapped, Coach. I didn't bring the chapstick. Doodle Johnson, senior at first. Kamara Strozier, senior at the plate. Has had a huge night defensively and at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. New pitcher. I don't know what the strategy was there. This is just me talking. Swinging at that first pitch, you got to think that the new girl coming in wants to put one right over, throw a strike. Ugh. Complaints on the home side. Called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. I think these umpires are hungry or something. I don't know. They ready for the break. Fouled hard. Katie Johnson on deck. Katie was one of those close plays at first earlier. Didn't get the call we wanted. Home run earlier. There's Strozier. Hammers it to the shortstop. There's no way they double her up. Great play by the shortstop, being able to field that. That was another one hit hard. 2 outs, runner at first. Katie Johnson, junior. One for 5 with a home run. 2-run home run. Gave us the lead earlier. A lot of speed. Was that a head first slide, Coach? Kind of, sort of. All right, runners in scoring position now. Kamara will score on a base hit. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. This girl's got a little more pop, throws it a little bit faster. I think she's more of a just inside, outside, up, down. Doesn't have a lot of spin. Definitely a little more speed. Ball high in the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. Who we got coming up here? Let's take a peek. It would be Riley Andrews. Riley is 3 for 5, a couple RBIs. Oh, that was ball 4. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's almost as she had made her mind up. She was swinging. And sometimes that's okay because, if she threw her some meat over the plate, then you tag it. But 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. That's going to end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 10th. Excuse me. I want to be an inning ahead every time. Going to the bottom of the 9th. 10-10. We're going to take another break, catch my breath. Be back in a moment. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 9th. If I got that right. Coach, we may not have to worry about the sun the second game. It may be dark by then. I hope so. Yeah, we need another inning. We got to get back to the top of the 10th. I've been calling 10th for the last hour. Hope Hobbs still on the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's see where are we at. Is that number 20? This is Keel, who has pitched all the game except for the young lady that just came in. Faced the last 2 batters. Lead off his own with no outs. Matter. We're going to have to face them in the bottom of the 10th, even if we don't get to them this inning. Chances are if we get to them this inning, they're going to score a run if we get that far down the lineup. Should be number 3, Darcy Dillard. It's a good-looking athlete. Three hours and 5 minutes on this game 1. If I had to guess, I'm going to check some scores around the region. I imagine, I would think Vide and Jeff Davis probably finished up about an hour ago. They faced off against, and I kept saying I was going to talk about this. Vide played Jasper, which we matched up, all Region 2, Region 3 matched up. Vide played Jasper. Jeff Davis played Lamar, and Toombs would have been playing Dodge. That's probably been a pretty good series right there. Vide is pretty good team. They got a really good pitcher over there. I think they moved in. So they were pretty tough. They're ranked high in the state and deservingly, and will likely represent Region 2AA in Columbus in a couple weeks. But who knows? Again, if we can get this game won, man, I tell you, it's going to be tough for either team. I said earlier, mentally, but it's always tougher for the home team to lose a game like this. The team that's expected to win and the team that anticipates winning. Runner on, no outs. This ball's hit deep to left field. That's a game-winning home run. That's going to end it. First pitch, I didn't mention, Hope Hobbs came back in. That's tough. I hate it for her. She's going to 12-10. 12-10 is the final. Game 1, we will be playing game 2 in sometime probably within 30 minutes. You will see when you leave this game, you'll see the other broadcast available. It says 5 o'clock, obviously, but it's I will go live on that one just a few minutes prior to the game. Tough loss for the Lady Raiders. We're going to see what we're made of in game 2, see what happens. We know we're capable of beating this team. Now it's just a mental game. Got to get mentally prepared for game 2 in the first round of the GHSA state playoffs. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I need to get a bite to eat and take care of some other things and get back on the broadcast as quickly as possible. But we'll see you back in just about 20 minutes or so for game 2 here as we broadcast live from Cochran, Georgia, Bleckey County Lady Royals, your Bacon County Red Raiders.